Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Civil Engineering Coach. In this video, I'll be discussing about PGCET Civil Engineering question paper from the year 2007 and I'll be providing the complete analysis and detailed solutions for this question paper. This question paper consists of two parts. The first part is of 50 questions, each carrying 1 marks, and the second part consisting of 25 questions, each carrying 2 marks. So let's begin with part 1 questions. Question number 1. The maximum value of the Poisson ratio for an elastic material. Poisson ratio is the ratio of lateral strain by longitudinal strain. And for most of the engineering materials, the range of Poisson ratio lies between 0 to 0.5. So, the maximum value of the Poisson ratio is 0.5. Option B is the right answer. Question number 2. The axial load of a long column of a given material, cross-section area and length is governed by slenderness ratio. Slenderness ratio is denoted by symbol lambda and it is the ratio of effective length of the column by least radius of gyration, where least radius of gyration is given by square root of I by A. I is the moment of inertia and A is the cross-sectional area. Question number 3. The material that exhibits same elastic properties in all directions at a point is said to be isotropic. Isotropic materials are those materials which having the same properties when tested in different direction. So, the right answer is option A. Question number 4. In a thin closed cylindrical container, the fluid pressure induces circumferential and longitudinal stress. Circumferential stress is also called as hoop stress. So, option B will be the right answer. That is hoop and longitudinal stress. Question number 5. Polar moment of inertia of a cross section is required to assess its strength in torsion. From the torsion equation, we know that T by J is equal to tau by R is equal to G theta by L. The greatest twisting moment in which a given shaft section can resist is equal to maximum permissible shear multiplied by polar modulus, that is tau max multiplied by J by R, where ZP is the sectional modulus. Therefore, polar moment of inertia of a cross section assess its strength in torsion. Option B will be the right answer. Question number 6. The cement which is preferred for mass concrete work is low heat cement. In low heat cement, the tricalcium aluminate content and tricalcium silicate content will be lesser in percentage. So, the liberation of heat will be less, but the ultimate strength will be more. Option D will be the right answer. Vicat apparatus is used for testing cement for both setting time and consistency. It is used to measure both initial and final setting time and their standard and normal consistency. So option D will be the right answer, that is both A and B. Question number 8. Direction of grains in successive layers of the plywood is perpendicular to each other. So option B will be the right answer. Question number 9. Number of bricks required for 100 meter cube of the brickwork for nominal brick size of 200 by 100 by 100 mm. So we have to find the quantity of the bricks, that is N is equal to space volume by 1 brick volume, that is equal to 100 meter cube by 0.2 by 0.1 by 0.1. So number of bricks will be 50,000. So option D will be the right answer. Question number 10. For a stair in a public building, the height of the riser will be in the range of. As per the general codal provisions for the staircase design, there are certain limitations to use the dimension of riser and tread. So the minimum rise will be 110 to 190 mm. And the minimum dimension for the tread is 240 to 345 mm. So the right answer is option A, that is in the range of 100 to 150 mm. This is the rise and this is the tread. Question number 11. Analysis of truss can be done by. Analysis of the truss can be done by method of joints and method of section. By both this method we can analyze the trusses. So option C will be the right answer, that is both A and B. Question number 12. A 30-meter chain is found to be 0.1 meter short. If the distance measured using this chain is 300 meter, then the actual distance is. So we have to find the actual distance. We know that the relation between the actual and measured distance is actual distance multiplied by actual length of the chain is equal to measured distance multiplied by measured length of the chain. So let's consider the actual distance as x and the actual length of the chain is 30 meter and the measured distance is 300 meter and the measured length of the chain is 0.1 meter short from the actual length, that is 30 minus 0.1. So actual distance will be 300 multiplied by 29.9 by 30. So the actual distance will be option C is the right answer. Question number 13. It is required to produce a small scale map of an area by measurements and directly plotting the work in the field. Which instrument will be appropriate for this purpose? So in order to draw a small scale map of an area by taking the measurements and plotting the work in the field simultaneously, the right instrument to be used is plane table. Option C is the right answer. Question number 14. If the whole circle bearing of the line is 190 degree, then its reduced bearing is. So let's draw a whole circle bearing system. This is north, east, south and west. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant and this is fourth quadrant. The given whole circle bearing of the line lies in the third quadrant, that is for 190 degree. So the reduced bearing will be south whole circle bearing minus 180 degree west, that is south 190 degree minus 180 degree west. So south 10 degree west. Option B will be the right answer, south 10 degree west. Question number 15. The ratio of correction due to curvature alone and the combined correction due to curvature and refraction in leveling is. We know that the correction due to curvature is equal to minus 0.0785 d square, where d is the horizontal distance measured in kilometer and the combined correction due to curvature and refraction is minus 0.0673 d square. So the required ratio is CC by C you will get as 1.166, that is 7 by 6. Option A is the right answer. Question number 16. The imaginary line joining points of same elevation. Imaginary line joining the points of equal elevation on the surface of the earth represents the contour lines. So option D is the right answer. This contour line laying on the ground which maintains a constant inclination to the horizontal is called as contour gradient. Question number 17. The unit of dynamic viscosity of the fluid is. Dynamic viscosity of the fluid is the property of the fluid which offers resistance to the movement of one layer of the fluid over an adjacent layer of the fluid. So dynamic viscosity is represented by symbol mu and its SI unit is Newton second per meter square and its CGS unit is poise. So option D will be the right answer, that is Newton second per meter square. Question number 18. Cavitation is caused by low pressure. Cavitation is the formation of gas bubbles of a flowing liquid in a region where the pressure of the liquid falls below its vapor pressure, that is low pressure. So option B is the right answer. Question number 19. If duty D is 1428 hectares per cumex and the base period B is 120 days, then delta is. We know that the relation between the duty delta and the base period is delta is equal to 8.64 B by D, that is equal to 8.64. B is 120 days, that is base period, and D is 1428 hectares per cumex, that is duty. So delta will be 0.726, approximating as 0.73. So the right answer is option B, 0.73 meter. Question number 20. Isoheital are the lines on the map through points having equal depth of rainfall. Isoheights are the lines that connect the two places on a map that receives the same amount of rainfall in a given period. So option A is the right answer. Question number 21. A linear reservoir is the one in which storage varies linearly with outflow rate. So option B is the right answer. Question number 22. When there is an increase in atmospheric pressure, the water level in a well penetrating a confined aquifer increases, and this level up to which the water will rise in the well is known as potentiometric level. So option A is the right answer. Question number 23. An incompressible flow is the one in which density does not change with pressure. Water is an best example for incompressible flow. In the incompressible flow, the density remains constant because of which the fluid cannot be compressed. So option C is the right answer. Lysimeter is used to measure evapotranspiration. Lysimeter is an instrument used to measure the amount of actual evapotranspiration which is released by plants by recording the amount of precipitation that an area receives and the amount of precipitation lost through soils. So option C is the right answer. Question number 25. A ridge canal is also called as watershed canal. This ridge canal is aligned along the ridge or natural watershed line, and it can irrigate areas on both the sides of the ridge. And in this type of the canal, there will be no cross drainage works. So option A is the right answer. Question number 26. If the variation of the shear force diagram is linear, then the bending moment diagram will be. If the beam has no external load, the self-weight will act as UDL. For that reason, the bending moment diagram will be parabolic in nature. So option B is the right answer. Question number 27. The kinematic indeterminacy of a structure is nothing but degrees of freedom. Option A is the right answer. And this degrees of the freedom is the number of non-zero joint displacements of the structures. Question number 28. A plastic hinge in a section is caused when all the fibers in the section reach yield stress. So option B is the right answer. Question number 29. In the plastic analysis, the shape factor for rectangular section is. Shape factor is defined as the ratio of plastic moment by yield moment, and it is denoted by S. It is the ratio of yield stress multiplied by plastic modulus divided by yield stress multiplied by elastic modulus, where Zp is the plastic modulus and Zd is the elastic modulus of the section. So the important shape factors for different cross section is, for I section it is about 1.14, for rectangular section it is about 1.50, for circular section it is about 1.70, for diamond shape it is about 2.0, and for triangular section it is about 2.34. These are the important shape factors for different cross sections. So the rectangular cross section is about 1.5. Option B is the right answer. Question number 30. The neutral axis of an over reinforced section falls above the critical neutral axis. So option B is the right answer. Question number 31. The difference between the gross diameter and nominal diameter for the rivets up to 25 mm. As per IS 800-2007 codal provisions, for rivets up to 25 mm, for rivets up to 25 mm, gross diameter is equal to nominal diameter plus 1.5 mm, and for rivets greater than 25 mm, gross diameter is equal to nominal dia plus 2 mm. So the right answer is option B for rivets up to 25 mm. Question number 32. In a fillet weld, the throat of the weld is minimum dimension. The throat of the weld is defined as the perpendicular distance from root to the hypotenuse. So let's draw a fillet weld section. This is the fillet weld section, and the throat of the weld is minimum dimension, that is from the root to the hypotenuse. So this will be the throat of the weld. So option A is the right answer, that is minimum dimension. Question number 33. In a RCC column, as per BIS provisions, minimum diameter of the main bar is 12 mm. Option B will be the right answer. Question number 34. The characteristic compressive strength of the concrete is defined as that strength below which not more than 5% of the results fall. Option B is the right answer. This characteristic compressive strength of the concrete is determined by conducting the cube test of standard dimension, that is 150 mm size at 28 days. So option B is the right answer. Question number 35. Minimum size of the silt particle is 0.002 mm. Option A is the right answer. Question number 36. By Casagrande's apparatus, we can measure liquid limit. Option B is the right answer. Question number 37. Unit of coefficient of permeability is. It is defined as the property of the porous material that permits the passage or seepage of the water or other fluids through its interconnecting fluids. So the unit of permeability is meter per second or centimeter per second. Meter per second or centimeter per second. So the right answer will be option D. Correct this option as centimeter per second. Question number 38. Soils that are more susceptible to piping failure is clay materials. As clay materials are dispersed in nature, these type of the materials will be more susceptible to piping failures. So option D is the right answer. Question number 39. If average daily demand is Q, then the peak demand is 1.8 Q. Option B is the right answer. Question number 40. The water tap of a residential building is bibcock. This bibcock taps are wall-mounted water taps with a downward bent nozzle that allows the people to turn the water supply on and off when required. So option D will be the right answer. Question number 41. Turbidity of the water is expressed in terms of parts per million. That is option C will be the right answer. If they ask for turbidity of the water is measured in, the right answer is silica scale. Measurement is done in standard silica scale and it is expressed in parts per million. So option C will be the right answer. Question number 42. The specific conductivity of the water helps in knowing the extent of dissolved salts. Option C is the right answer. Question number 43. Cleaning of the rapid sand filter is done by backwashing. Rapid sand filter consists of larger sand particles supported by gravels and capture particles throughout the bed. They are cleaned by backwashing water throughout the bed to lift out the particles. And the washing period of the rapid sand filter is about 24 to 48 hours. Option B is the right answer. Question number 44. Most modern method of disposal of water is separate system. In this type of the water carrier system, the sewage water and the rainwater is separated into two pipe system. So this is the modern method of disposal of water. Option D is the right answer. Question number 45. The slope provided to the road surface in the transverse direction is called camber or cant. Camber or cant. Option A is the right answer. It is the cross slope provided to raise the middle of the road surface in transverse direction to drain off rainwater from road surface. The main objective of providing the camber is to quickly drain off the rainwater from road surface as quickly as possible. Question number 46. The formation width of the double lane highway in embankment is. As per IRC, the formation width is the sum of the carriageway width including the separators and shoulders. So, for a national highway, the formation width is about 12 meter. Option D is the right answer. Question number 47. Braking distance is decreased if the gradient is ascending. As per IRC, we know that braking distance is equal to V square by 2G F plus or minus N, where N is the upward or downward gradient. If the gradient is upward, then the braking distance will be decreased, and if the gradient is downward, then the braking distance will be increased. So option A will be the right answer. That is, braking distance is decreased if the gradient is ascending. Question number 48. The time taken by the driver for the final action is called as per PIEV theory, it is the theory used to interpret the reaction time of the driver for calculating the side distance in highway geometric designs. So let's draw a schematic representation so that you clearly understand the concept. This is P, this is I, E and V. This is spinal cord and this is brain and this is stimulus action and this is response. P is defined as the time to send the sensation from eye to the brain, and I is defined as the time to rearrange the different thought, analysis the brain situations, and E is called the time elapsed in emotional sensation, and V is the time taken for final decision. So the time taken for the driver for the final action is violation time. So option C will be the right answer. Question number 49. The aggregate crushing value for a good quality aggregate to be used in base course should not exceed 45%. Aggregate crushing value test is the test carried out to assess the strength of the coarse aggregate when a compressive load is gradually applied. Aggregate crushing value is equal to W2 by W1 multiplied by 100, where W1 is the total weight of dry sample and W2 is the weight of the material passing 2.36 mm ISC. Aggregate crushing value for surface core. Aggregate crushing value for surface cores should be aggregate crushing value for surface cores should be within 30%, and for base cores it should not exceed more than 45%. So option D will be the right answer. Question number 50. The thickness of the flexible pavement is decided by conducting CBR test. CBR test is the California Bearing Ratio test, originally developed by California State of Highway Department, and it is used to find the thickness of the pavement. So option C is the right answer. Now let's start with the part 2 questions. Question number 51. A cantilever beam made up of concentric tubes has two materials, copper as outer material and steel as inner cylinder. The beam is subjected to a temperature rise of 20 degrees Celsius, and the coefficient of thermal expansion of copper is more than that of steel. So that stress developed will be tension in steel and compression in the copper. Option B will be the right answer. Question number 52. A cantilever beam of span L carries a total load of 800 kN uniformly distributed over its length. What is the concentrated load P required at the free end to nullify the vertical displacement at free end? So let's draw a cantilever beam of span L carrying a UDL total load of 800 kN UDL total load is equal to 800 kilonewton. Now we have to find the concentrated load P at the free end to nullify the vertical displacement. From equilibrium condition, upward deflection due to concentrated load is P L cube by 3 EI is equal to downward deflection due to total UDL, that is WL to the power of 4 by 8 EI. L cube will be cancelled. P is equal to W into L by multiplied by 3 by 8. Therefore, P will be 3 by 8 multiplied by WL is 800 kilonewton. 8 ones are 8 hundreds are. So, concentrated load will be 300 kilonewton. Option A is the
Question
right
number
answer. 53. In a propped cantilever of a span L carrying a uniformly distributed load of intensity W kilonewton per meter, the reaction at the propped end is. This is the similar case as we solved the earlier problem. That is question number 52. So let's solve this. First, we shall draw a cantilever beam of span L subjected to UDL load of W kilonewton per meter. Now we have to find the reaction at propped end. So that is RB is equal to how much? Upward deflection due to the reaction is RB L cube by 3 EI is equal to W L to the power of 4 by 8 EA. This is the downward deflection due to UDL. EI will be cancelled. L cube will be cancelled. Therefore, RB is equal to 3 by 8 WL. Option D will be the right answer. 3 by 8 WL. Question number 54. A steel cube of 8000 ml capacity is subjected to an all-round compressive stress of 133 MPa. The bulk modulus of steel is 133 GPa. The change in volume is. From the definition of bulk modulus, we know that K is equal to compressive stress divided by change in volume by original volume. The bulk modulus is 133 GPa and the compressive stress is 133 MPa. And the change in volume is we have to find, and the original volume is 8000. Therefore, change in volume is equal to 133 multiplied by 8000 by 133 into 10 to the power of 3. Now you will get the change in volume as 8 ml. Option C will be the right answer. Question number 55. A person of height 1.65 meter standing on a hillock of 20 meter above the water level of the sea can sight a ship at a distance of. This is the problem related to radius of the visible horizon, and it is given by the relation D equal to 3.855 square root of h, where h is the height of the observer. D is equal to 3.855 square root of 20 plus 1.65. 20 is the height of the hillock and 1.65 is the height of the person. So D will be 17.93 kilometer, approximating as 18 kilometers. So option B will be the right answer. Question number 56. The staff reading on a staff held at a point was found to be 2.331 meter. The staff was 0.2 meter off from the vertical at the bottom. The correct staff reading is. So let's draw a diagram so that you can clearly understand the problem. This is the staff reading at which a staff held at found to be 2.331 meter, and it is 0.2 meter off from the bottom. 0.2 meter off. So let's consider this as point A, B, C and T. Now we have to find the corrected staff reading, that is AC is equal to square root of AD square minus CD square. AC is equal to square root of AD is 2.331 square minus 0.20 square. AC will be 2.322 meter. So option C will be the right answer. Question number 57. A series of level staff reading were taken from a benchmark A, RL 770.820, to another benchmark B, RL 772.940. The sum of the backside was 32.660 meter and the sum of the foresight was 30.445 meter. Then the error is, to calculate the error, we know that summation of backside minus summation of foresight plus summation of first RL minus summation of last RL, that is equal to backside is 32.660 minus 30.445 plus first RL is 770.820 minus last RL is 772.940. Therefore, the error will be 0.095 meter. Option A will be the right answer. Question number 58. A closed compass traverse PQRS is run by using prismatic compass and the corresponding 4 bearings are given. Now we have to find the value of included angle, that is RSP. Before finding the included angle, first we have to determine the back bearings of the corresponding lines. To find the back bearings, we know that the sum of 4 bearings plus back bearings is equal to 180 degree. And if 4 bearing is greater than 180 degree, back bearing will be 4 bearing minus 180 degree. And if 4 bearing is less than 180 degree, back bearing will be 4 bearing plus 180 degree. So back bearing of PQ is 50 plus 180 is equal to 230 degree. Back bearing of QR is 170 plus 180 is equal to 230 is equal to 350. Back bearing of RS is equal to 230 minus 180, 50 degree. Back bearing of SP is 310 minus 180 degree, that is 130 degree. Now the included angle is 4 bearing of RS minus back bearing of SP. Therefore 230 degree minus 130 degree is equal to 100 degree. That is the included angle of S. So option C will be the right answer. That is 100 degree. Question number 59. A hydraulic turbine has a discharge of 5 meter cube per second when operating under a head of 20 meter with a speed of 500 rpm. If it has to operate under a head of 15 meter for the same discharge, the rotational speed in rpm is. We have to find the rotational speed for different heads. We know that for a hydraulic pump, specific speed is given by N root Q by h to the power of 3 by 4. Since the discharge is constant, working under different heads, N by h to the power of 3 by 4, A is equal to N h to the power of 3 by 4, this is B. Now N is 500 rpm by 20 to the power of 3 by 4 is equal to, we have to find the second rotational speed, that is NB, and the second head is 15 meter, that is 15 to the power of 3 by 4. NB will be 402.96 RPM. So the nearest answer is option B. Question number 60. The direct runoff hydrograph of a storm obtained from a catchment area is triangular in shape and the base period is 80 hours. The peak flow rate is 30 meter cube per second and the catchment area is 86.4 km square. Then the rainfall excess that has resulted from the above hydrograph is. Now we have to find the rainfall excess. Rainfall excess is given by total runoff by catchment area. Total runoff is half multiplied by 60 minutes 60 seconds into 30 is the peak flow rate and the catchment area is 86.4 km square multiplied by 10 to the power of 6. So rainfall excess will be around 0.05 meter, that is 5 centimeter. So option A will be the right answer. Question number 61. A field was supplied water from an irrigation tank at a rate of 120 liters per second to irrigate an area of 2.5 hectares. The duration of the irrigation is 8 hours. It was found that actual delivery on field, which is about 4 km from the tank, was 100 liters per second. The runoff loss in the field was estimated as 800 meter and the application efficiency of this scheme is. Now we have to find the application efficiency. The application efficiency of this scheme is. Now we have to find the application efficiency. First, let's calculate the water supplied in 8 hours at 100 liters per second. That is equal to 100 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 60 into 60 is equal to 2880 into 10 to the power of 3 liters, that is 2880 meter cube, and the runoff is 800 meter cube. Therefore, water stored in the root zone is equal to 2880 minus 800 is equal to 2080 meter cube. Therefore, water application efficiency is water stored in a root zone by water supplied to the field. That is, water stored is 2080 by water supplied is 2880 multiplied by 100. Therefore, you will get the water application efficiency of 72.22%. So option B will be the right answer. Question number 62. A laboratory model of a river is built to a geometric scale of 1:100. The fluid used in the model is oil of density 900 kg per meter cube. The highest flood in the river is 10,000 meter cube per second. Then the corresponding discharge in the model. You have to find the corresponding discharge in the model, that is QM is equal to how much. Applying the Frod's law, we know that for a discharge of the river is equal to area of the river multiplied by velocity of the river. Discharge of the river is equal to LR square multiplied by square root of LR. Therefore, the river discharge is equal to LR to the power of 5/2. Now, the relation of prototype discharge by model discharge is equal to QP by Qm is equal to Lr to the power of 5 by 2. Now prototype discharge is 10,000 by model discharge Qm. We have to find Lr is 100, that is the laboratory scale, to the power of 5 by 2. Now we will get the modular discharge as 0.1 meter cube per second. Option C will be the right answer. Question number 63. If an element is in a state of pure shear of magnitude 80 MPa, then the magnitude of the maximum principal stress is. Since the element is in a state of pure shear, sigma x equal to sigma y is equal to 0. So, for determining the maximum principal stress in the given formula, sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. Since sigma x and sigma y is equal to 0, maximum principal stress is equal to square root of shear stress, that is 80 square. It is equal to 80 MPa. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Question number 64. An isolated T-beam is used as a walkway. The beam is simply supported with an effective span of 6 meter. Then the flange width is 150 by 1000 mm, whereas web width is 300 by 450 mm deep. The effective flange width is, we have to find the effective flange width as per IS 456-2000 codal provisions from the clause 26.1.2.a. The effective width of the flange for an isolated T-beam is given by BF is equal to BW plus L0 by B plus 4. This is the formula used to determine the effective width of the flange. So let's draw an isolated T-beam section. This is the breadth of the flange, that is 1000 mm, and depth of the flange 150 mm. This is the breadth of the web, that is 300 mm, and depth of the web is 450 mm. So the effective width of the flange is BW is 300 mm, breadth of the web plus effective span of the isolated T-beam is 6000 mm, that is 6 meter by 6000 by 1000, that is flange width plus 4. Now you will get the effective width of the flange is 900 mm. So option A is the right answer. Question number 65. For a material which is strong in compression and weak in tension, the ideal cross-section shape to resist the sagging bending movement will be T-section. Option A is the right answer. Question number 66. The critical section for calculating shear in an isolated footing of a column is taken at a distance of half of the effective depth from face of the column. Option D is the right answer. Consider a column and footing of dimension B and D. The critical section is taken at a distance of half of the effective depth, that is, this is the critical section taken at a distance of D by 2 from the face of the column. The critical section is taken at a distance of half of the effective depth from the face of the column. Question number 67. In a combined footing, if the projection in the two direction is fixed, then the shape of the footing usually provided is rectangular in shape. Question number 68. A soil sample is having a porosity of 50% and the degree of saturation is 90%, then its percentage of air watts is, we have to find the percentage of air watts. Now we know the relation between the saturation and air content, that is, sum of saturation plus air content is equal to 1. So air content will be 1 minus saturation. that is 1 minus 0.90 is equal to 0.1. So air content will be 10%. Now we have to find the percentage of air wash, that is now you will get the percentage of air wash is 0.05, that is so option A will be the right answer. Question number 69. A soil has a bulk density of 2.3 gram per cc and a water content of 20%. The dry density of the soil sample is. We have to find the dry density of the sample. Dry density is given by bulk density by 1 plus W. Dry density is equal to bulk density 2.33 by 1 plus water content is 20%, that is 0.2. So dry density will be 1.2 gram per cc. Option B will be the right answer. Question number 70. The intensity of active earth pressure at a depth of 10 meter in a dry cohesionless soil with angle of internal friction of 30 degree and a unit weight of 15 kN per meter cube is. So we have to find the intensity of active earth pressure. A is equal to how much? Intensity of active earth pressure is given by Ka multiplied by unit weight multiplied by depth of the earth pressure. Ka is coefficient of active earth pressure, that is 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi, where phi is the angle of internal friction, that is 30 degree. 1 minus sin 30 by 1 plus sin 30 multiplied by unit weight is 15 kN per meter cube multiplied by depth of the earth pressure is 10 meter, that is 10 square. So intensity of active earth pressure will be 50 kN per meter square. So option B will be the right answer. Question number 71. A purely cohesive soil has a mean unconfined compressive strength of 50 kN per meter square. As per Terzaghi concept, its ultimate bearing capacity is given by. The ultimate bearing capacity of the footing is given by Qu is equal to Cnc plus gamma df nq plus 0.5 gamma b n gamma, where Nc, Nq and N gamma are the bearing capacity factors, and for cohesive soils Nc is equal to 5.7, Nq is equal to 1 and N gamma is equal to 0. So substituting these bearing capacity factors in the above equation, we get ultimate bearing capacity is equal to Cnc plus gamma df. Consider this as equation 1. Now net bearing capacity is equal to Qu ultimate bearing capacity minus gamma df. Substituting the equation 1, Cnc plus gamma df minus gamma df will be cancelled. Therefore net bearing capacity will be Cnc. Consider this as equation 2. Now we have to find the net ultimate bearing capacity, that is C is the cohesion of the soil, that is mean by 2. Therefore the compressive strength is 50 by 2 multiplied by Nc. Nc is the bearing capacity factors for cohesive soil is 5.7. Therefore you will get the answer as 285 kN per meter square. So option A is the right answer. Question number 72. If 2% of solution of the sewage sample is incubated for 5 days at 20 degrees Celsius and the depletion of oxygen was found to be 5 ppm, then the BOD of the sewage. BOD of sewage is calculated by oxygen depletion multiplied by dilution factor. So oxygen depletion is 5 ppm multiplied by dilution factor is 2%. Now you will get the BOD of the sewage as 250 ppm. So option B will be the right answer. Question number 73. If a flowing through period of our sedimentation is 4 hours and the detention period is 9 hours, then the displacement efficiency. Displacement efficiency is given by the ratio of flow through period by detention period. Therefore, displacement efficiency will be flow through period is 4 hours and detention period is 9 hours. So this ratio will be around 0.444. Therefore, option B will be the right answer. Question number 74. The height of the crown with respect to edges of 3.8 meter wide waterbound macadam pavement at a camber rate of 1 in 33 is. Assuming as a straight line camber, the height of the crown is equal to W by 2N, where W is the width of the pavement, that is 3.8 meter by 2 times of gradient, that is 1 in 33. So N will be 33. Therefore, the height of the crown will be 0.0575 meter, that is 5.75 centimeter. So option A will be the right answer, 0.058 meter. Question number 75. The super elevation needed for a vehicle traveling at a speed of 60 kmph on a curve of a radius 128 meter on a surface with a coefficient of friction 0.15 is. We have to find the super elevation, that is, as per IRC, E plus F is equal to V square by 127 R, that is, E plus coefficient of friction is 0.15, V is the design speed of the vehicle traveling, that is 60 kmph, so 60 square divided by 127 multiplied by radius of the curve, that is 128. By substituting these values, you will get the super elevation as 0.0714, that is equal to 0.07. So option A will be the right answer, 0.07. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope all the information and detailed solution provided for this question paper is satisfied for your PGCET examination preparation and reference for other civil engineering competitive exams. Thank you.